What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another AEW breakdown. That's right, I break down AEW. I look at each segment, I say whether I liked it or whether I didn't, I tell you why, and then I think about what they might do in the future or what I would probably want them to do in the future, and if they might do it or not. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. This is my all elite address. It's the good, the bad, and the return of the American Nightmare. Let's talk about it. So, as always, got the handy dandy notebook, and it helps me because I have the memory of a squirrel. So I need this by my side at all times, just to go through what happened. So first up for the first match, we had Miro and Kip Sabian versus Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela. Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss are a really good tag team. I think they're called the New Midnight Express because give Jim Cornette a heart attack, I guess. LOL. Before I start any of that, I do want to say rest in peace to Road Warrior Animal, Mr. James Laurinaitis. Um, Unfortunately, he passed away at the age of 60 earlier today. I want to say, yes, I think it was today or yesterday. He passed away at the age of 60. He was one half of the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom, with Road Warrior Hawk, who has also passed away some years ago. Him and Hawk were the first and I'm guessing only AWA, NWA, and WWF Tag Team Champions. And for extra cherry on top, Animal was also a IWGP Tag Team Champion. So he held all four of the big chips. Not naming WCW. I don't know how they never became WCW Tag Team Champions, but it is what it is. But anyways, rest in peace to them. Godspeed to him and his family. And yeah, he was great. Often duplicated, very time often duplicated, uh, imitated. That's how it works. It's often imitated and always imitated and rarely duplicated. Demolition did a very close, they're a very close second, but still no cigars. Often imitated, never duplicated, even by Demolition, who were very close. Okay, so Miro and Kip Sabian versus Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela. Like I said, Joey and Sonny are a very well good tag team. Um, Unfortunately, they keep putting them in positions where they lose the big matches. Uh, Roster's really deep, so unfortunately, they're not going to be anywhere near the title scene anytime soon. Um, Especially when they lose to Miro and Kip Sabian. This was a solid match. It seemed like I think Miro got injured a little bit during in the middle of it. It got a little tight, sloppy towards the end. There's a funny video package where Joey Janela was saying to Kip, he was like, "Hey, buddy, I don't think you want to marry Penelope Ford. Just saying from experience, been there, done that. Not worth it." That was pretty hilarious. Um, but yeah, Miro looked very aggressive. Some nice kicks in there, nice stiff kicks. Everything he was doing seemed like a little more crisp and more aggressive and stuff like that. So that was all good stuff. He wins with JR kept calling it the accolade, but I think it's called like lights out or something like that, or good night or something like that. But JR kept calling it the accolade, which I don't think that's the name of the move anymore. He got that on Sunny Kiss. Sunny Kiss is great. I love him so much. He's the best. Sunny Kiss is the best. Um, as Miro and Kip Sabian are walking out, when they're I'm the best man, I'm the best, I'm the best man. After that entrance come, Kingston was coming out. He did a promo pretty much saying that he's gonna have his opportunity at the AW World Championship tonight. for reasons because he never lost the Casino Battle Royal, and he deserves it because he's been doing this for 15 years or however long he's been doing it. He was saying him and Mox go way back. He said him and Mox were the same, like were same cut for the same cause with the Indies and stuff like that. Mox sold out because he went to WWE. And stuff like that. And I think he called him out, and then Mox comes out, and they get in each other's faces and stuff like that. It's cool. Next up, Evil Uno goes one on one with Hangman Page with Kenny Omega on the commentary once again. They noted on this that again, like last week, where Hangman went one on one with Kazarian, how it was supposed to be tag team match. They said the same thing with this. It was supposed to be Evil Uno and Stu Grayson versus Omega and Page, but again, Omega said none of that. We're not with it. So Hangman comes out. Evil Uno comes out with all the minions. For some reason, Alex Silver was wearing Brody Lee's trench coat, which is hilarious. Um, this was a decent match. It really got kicking towards the end, actually, like after break when Evil Uno set them to Dark Order to go back because they was about to attack Hangman. Evil Uno's like, nope, nope, skirt, don't touch him. You all shoot back to the back. I got it. Yeah, all you too. Colt Cabana, shoot. Stu Grayson, shoot. So he shoot them all to the back, and that's where it got pretty good. The good stuff came there. Like just towards the beginning, it was just some back and forth stuff. Even Kenny Omega was saying, "Oh, Hangman was busting out new stuff that he didn't even see on the that he didn't see." And it was like last week he was saying how much that this would be the time for Hangman to tag me in. I clean up all his work. But this time he was like he didn't say any of that. It was just like, oh no, no, oh he's putting in some good stuff. He's putting in some decent matches and stuff like that. Kenny was talking about that like they had a good run as a tag team. They wanted to beat all the tag teams. Well, they almost did it. They just didn't beat the other ones. Now you move on. He wants to be ranked at the number one, even though you can't do that when you're not wrestling. But I guess that's a different story in and of itself. Hangman wins. Uh, after some good back and forth stuff. I loved it. Um, Evil Uno is turning good guy Uno. Uh, Hangman continues his stock to be in to continue his rankings, which I think the rankings are Lance Archer, Brian Cage, who's number three? Oh, MJF, Cody number four, and I think Scorpio Sky is number five. So that's all good stuff. Um, so yeah, so it's kind of funny that Hangman Page is getting these W's and Kenny Omega's like he's not in the top five, and I think Hangman's gonna get in that top five before Kenny Omega if that's where they're basing it off of, and maybe Kenny's gonna be like, whoa, hold up, time out, why you top five? I need to be in top five, and they'll probably explain it. Hey, you got probably win some matches and stuff like that. So that's probably gonna be interesting. Also with this Dark Order stuff, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what happens next with Evil Uno. It seems like he's over the bad people trying to get in his matches and stuff like that. So we'll see where that leads. Uh, speaking of Elite, Page and Omega and stuff. Uh, Bucks has an interview. Well, just Matt Jackson has an interview with Tony Schiavone. They do this thing was like, whoa, you flinching? Hey, don't worry about it, Tony. I like you and stuff like that. So it pretty much was talking about them not their behaviors and stuff like that, how they keep getting screwed out of title opportunities. And every time Tony kept asking about FTR, it seems like Matt kept getting even more angry. Took his phone, smashes it, and then gives him money because I guess that's their new gimmick that they can do whatever they want and just give him money and it's gonna be okay. I guess that's the thing. He tells him to buy a new phone and then. Um, Next up, Orange Cassidy versus Brody Lee for the TNT Championship. I love this match. This match was excellent. I love the thing. what first of all, Dark Order might be just my favorite thing in AEW right now. I love John Moxley. I've always said I love John Moxley. John Moxley's been my favorite since forever. Um, since back in WWE when he was with the Shield, and then I saw a lot of his stuff like what he did on the Indies, what he did in FCW, and all that stuff. So John Moxley has been my favorite from since then. But I've also liked Brody Lee, Luke Harper, and man, the stuff that he's doing, the stuff that Dark Order is doing on being the elite. Oh my god, it's some of if you didn't see being the elite from the other day, it's literally the greatest stuff ever. They steal the show. I hope Alex Silver and Reynolds become tag team champions. I don't even care. It's just so great. They're so great. But yeah, no, this match was great. I like the beginning of it. Even the beginning, Brody comes out with Dark Order. Uh, he for some reason hates and loves Alex Silver at the same time. Orange Cassidy throws his jacket at Alex Silver, and he's having a freaking hissy fit on the outside. Um, my girl is on the apron. Uh, uh, Anda Lee, I think her name is Anda Lee. She's on the apron, and he puts his glasses on her, and like she's like, "Really, you doing that?" Then that's when Brody Lee gets a whole hissy fit. He takes the glasses off. He's like, "What is he doing?" He throws them on the floor. Cassidy puts his hands in his pockets. He does his tick things, and then Brody Lee just punches him in the face. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. This match was great. Uh, he's beating up Alex Silver in on a thing. There was a spot where um, he like he gets Brody Lee out the ring, and then he does like a suicide dive, but he moves out the way, and everybody from Dark Order like catches him, and then Brody Lee does like a suicide dive. He lands on everybody from Dark Order. Uh, uh, John Silver is like clapping. Um, there's spots where Brody Lee would like distract the ref, and then John Silver would like stomp out Cassidy. Brody Lee would get mad. He was like, "Where's my belt?" He like pushes him out. Where's my belt? Get my belt. Like, hold it up, and then he holds it up, and then he pushes him out the way. It was just all excellent stuff. I loved everything. I loved everything about this. Um, Cassidy gets a little bit of offense towards the end. Um, the only reason why it keeps Orange Cassidy strong because the only reason why he lost was because there was a distraction from John Silver. He gets in the ring, Cassidy lays him out. Brody Lee does like a disc it, but he like ducks out the way. It seems like he was gonna do like I think his finish. He like picked him up and hit him with a good move, show some strength, but he tried to do something on him, and then Brody Lee like power bombs him and then picks him up and hits him with the clothesline for the win. That was excellent. But the thing I didn't like was Cody's return. And it wasn't that; it was just like the return. Like I love Cody and everything, coming out looking like dude from Star Trek. But it was like this was like Cody's big one. This was Brody's big one, and even like after the match, you can see like Brody was looking at Orange Cassidy. He was like, okay. He was like, okay, respect to you, Orange Cassidy. Um, he just celebrates, and then Cody just comes out and then beats up everybody. Brody leaves, and like it comes back, and he's Anna Jay. I guess Dasha was gonna interview him. Anna Jay pushes her out the way, gives the mic to Brody, and like pretty much he says the same thing I'm saying. Uh, he's like, "You just gonna interrupt me in my like in the middle of my celebration, my victory celebration. You just come here, just been gone in like for 5 weeks, letting your wife post thirst trap pictures on Instagram, calling me daddy, and all these people are getting beat up, and you just come out of nowhere." And then he grabs Silver, says, "Give me the silver," and then puts the silver out the way again, and pretty much wants to have a dog collar match with Cody. He says he has 1 week to accept it. So Brody Lee is the greatest. I love him. Did not like this next part really. It just seemed like a lot of talking. Actually, these next two parts, it's just like a lot of talking. Um, First was the Hardy has his promo with Private Party. Pretty much was just talking about how well, first of all, it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Matt Hardy. Your wife Rebby has a threesome and a clock waiting for you, so good for you. And he was saying that last week that he got attacked from behind. He just knows somebody hit him with like a mask with like a lead pipe or whatever like that. Inner Circle come out. He said it wasn't him. He said what he did to his friend, best friend, Sammy Guevara wasn't good. He was like, who knows when he's gonna be out? Like he's been gone. Who knows when he's gonna be out? Matt already says well deserved. He said, "Ha, psych, just kidding. He's back. He comes back." He was pretty much saying that he didn't attack him. And then everybody tries to get in defense of Isaiah Cassidy. Mark Quinn was like, "Hey, remember I beat you," stuff like that. And Isaiah was like, "Hey, don't worry about it. Le Champion, Demi, whatever. I'm gonna beat you." He's like, "Hey, what happens?" He was like, "I know I don't have a chance, but what happens if a 23-year-old kid from Brooklyn could beat you and stuff?" Same thing that Orange Cassidy said like a few weeks ago before he beat him that following week in that Mimosa match. But it was just like a lot of talking. I didn't really like it. But for some reason, Chris Jericho likes to wrestle all the Cassidys. He faced Orange Cassidy, and now he's facing Isaiah, I guess. Next, Tony Schiavone did an interview with FTR and Tully. Tully did talked about some weird thing about how tag team matches were an hour, but now they're going to be 20 minutes or something like that to see more of the tag team champions. Is kind of weird. It's kind of like a heel thing, but it was stupid. Pretty much that FTR is going to make their own face to whoever they want now, um, or whoever they choose. And if they don't win within the 20-minute time limit, the win automatically goes to FTR. So they said who they're going to face is SCU next week, and then they said, hey, maybe we'll face Best Friends or Young Bucks or whoever. Uh, they said it won't be Best Friends. They had like that garbage match or the Spot Monkey match or whatever, and the Best Friends come out. Uh, and they were saying, "Hey, how about?" He was like, "I know we're messed up and broken right now, but hey, how about have a match with us?" He's like, "Oh, sure, 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 we'll have a match with you." And then they get a referee out, and it was like, on second thought, nah, we don't want to. It's like we don't want to make you feel bad. You know, you guys are hurt. We don't want to beat you when you're not 100%. So they leave. Um, I think Chuck Taylor, who I remember his name this time, uh, calls them like weenies or something because he said something about wanting to curse on TV, but I guess can't. So he called them like weenies or something like that. He said, "Say what you want about Santana Ortiz, but at least they brought the fight, so we respect them. They don't respect them, so they give them what they want, which was hugs. So yeah. Next up, Evilise and Diamante versus Sheeta and Rosa. This was good. For what it was, it wasn't really long. It was like maybe 9 minutes. With it with commercials included. Uh, Very stiff again, like a lot of hard hitting stuff. Um, Rosa and Sheeta get the win. Sheeta hits I think Diamante with the shiny wizard thing, and she gets the win. What I would like if they're planning on doing Sheeta and Rosa, um, I kind of want them to do a thing where like next week they'd be like, hey, we make a pretty good tag team. You know, they call out Evilise and Diamante. It was like, hey, you guys say you're the best tag team, like women's tag team around you, so you got those little medals to like prove that you're the best and stuff like that. You was undefeated. But hey, if Rose and I were like, if we were in that tournament, we could have easily beat you guys. We beat you last week, so how about we challenge you again for those little medals if you think if you're up for it or something like that. Maybe that sparks like a like a tag team division for the women's division. They start with those two. They put their medals on the line. It's like, hey, you like those little medals? It's like, well, maybe we should get those medals because we beat you, so we're better than you. And maybe they have like another tag team match like the following week or the week where they had the they're having that world title match. Maybe they do something like that. And then that's where Ivelisse and Diamante get that win. Maybe that's where you see a little dissension between Rosa and Sheeta, and or they have it the week before or something like that. Maybe they have a little dissension between Rosa and Sheeta, and then maybe this time Sheeta was like, "Hey, maybe I challenge you for your NWA Women's Championship since I beat you," something like that. And then maybe that's where like more women come and they, would keep challenging Ivelisse and Diamante for those medals or something. Make it like a new division and new type of titles for them or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. That's kind of what I want to happen. See if they do it or not would be different, but I mean that'd be kind of cool. Um, Jericho has a mini interview with MJF, which is this is just hilarious. Jericho is saying that Isaiah, he had some gall to um, be, to come up to him. He's like, he does have a bright future to be a star in AEW, but it won't be next week. Not against me. Uh, and then MJF comes in there. They have this back and forth over like, hey, how dare him come to you like that? He was like the best in the world or something like that. And then Jericho's like the uncrowned AEW World Champion. They keep giving each other compliments or something like that. And then at the same time, they were like, "Then why'd you call me an idiot last week?" And they were looking at each other like, "Yeah, why'd you call me an idiot?" It's like, "I didn't call you an idiot." It was like, "I was talking to the limo driver. Limo driver almost hit us, the two biggest stars." And Jericho's like, "I didn't call you an idiot." He's like, "Yeah, you're right, but I didn't call you an idiot. I called Tony Schiavone an idiot." And they were just like, "Yeah, Tony Schiavone is an idiot." And they were laughing at each other. They were laughing and saying, "Hey, you are all right," or something like that. So this is this thing that they're doing with MJF and MJF saying that he wants to be in like a faction to like get ahead. So maybe this could be the thing where they're like, hey, maybe I be an inner circle. Maybe I take over inner circle. That could be a thing. You know why? And I'm about to tell you. Before we get to the main event, announces for next week: Chris Jericho versus Isaiah Cassidy, not Orange Cassidy. Britt Baker returns to action. FCR versus SCU. Ricky Starks versus Darby Allin. John Moxley will show up whether he's going to be AEW champion or not. And then October 7th is 30 Years of Jericho, which would be a great time for MJF to take over Inner Circle. That'd be actually kind of cool. It'd probably be too soon, but if there'd be any time to be that day, if there would be a day. Or maybe MJF joins Inner Circle on 30 Years. Well, who knows? And then October 14th, the following week, it will be Lance Archer versus either John Moxley or Eddie Kingston for the AEW World Championship. Um, Main event: Mox versus Kingston. Uh, this was great. It was very hard hitting. Uh, Eddie Kingston was chopping the soul out of John Moxley. Eddie Kingston was laying in the chops. Moxley's chest was hamburger meat. He was woof. It was rough. Like Moxley be putting in some chops. His chops seemed like rudimentary compared to Eddie Kingston. This match was again, it was good, but it wasn't long. It wasn't long. I feel like if they had like more time or something, like if they would have did this like a different week, it probably would have been even better than what it was. And what they did was great. They was mentioning how Kingston and Mox are both like hardcore type guys. They both like the outside, unlike from when he had this last challenge against MJF. MJF wanted to be inside, but this is like just as much as Eddie Kingston's wheelhouse than it is Mox's wheelhouse. Oh man, he was chopping life souls out of him. Oh my god, it was so great. But yeah, no, this was good back and forth stuff. Mox hit a Gotch pile driver for a close two. Uh, Eddie Kingston almost hit his back slap fist thing. Um, and Mox ended up winning with the not with the paradigm shift. And he didn't even I don't even think he attempted to do a paradigm shift in this match. He got him with the choke with the Captain's Hook. I think it's like the Captain's Hook that Brian Kendrick does, but I don't know if they call it a different move. But he hit him with that, and yeah, Eddie Kingston didn't tap out either. He passed out. Um, yeah, Lucha Brothers comes in, double super kick Mox, beat him down. Will Hobbs comes in with a nice spine buster on Ray Phoenix. That was good stuff. And then Darby Allin comes out, lays out everybody, and then Rick Starks comes out with a clean, nice clean spear. And then all the heels beat up the baby faces to end the show. Good stuff. I enjoyed it. One thing I really would have wished, knowing that Archer wasn't going to be in for like another 2 weeks, I wish what they would have did was they would have just drawn this out just a little bit, like between this week and next week. Like have like the beginning of the like beginning of the show, either have Mox and Will Hobbs and Darby Allin come out, and then be like, yeah, we're supposed to have this 6-man tag match, but due to circumstances, couldn't happen. They can kayfabe whatever they want. But we're still looking for a fight. We still challenge anybody who wants to come against us. Eddie Kingston comes out with Lucha Brothers to be like, hey, we deserve this opportunity. I never lost to Casino Battle Royal. Me and you got history. Then they talk about the history. Then they do the 6-man tag, and then Eddie Kingston and his team wins probably. Then Ricky Stark comes out, does a distraction, lead to the heels winning, and then they do the beat up, and then the following week, you have your Darby Allin versus Ricky Starks. Then you have John Moxley versus um, Eddie Kingston for AEW World Championship, and then you do whatever, and then whoever wins that the following 2 weeks or whatever faces Lance Archer or something like that. Just because it was like they just like that they he just gets a world championship title, which is fine, but it just been better if they just like hyped it up a little bit. 6-man tag, you put over Eddie Kingston as good like legit heel like contender for that 1 week. Then next week you hype up the title match, and then who wins? Then you face Lance Archer and stuff like that. That would have just been the thing, or maybe have yeah, or you could have just had you know uh Kingston and them come out, or you could have just had Kingston come out, call out Mox, and like, hey, you're not a it's like you're not doing anything. How about you face me or something like that? Or get your guys. I have two of my guys, and we'll have like a 6-man tag, and then Lucha Brothers jump him, and then that's when they something like that. But either way, it was still good stuff. They made it clear that Kingston is not done with Mox, which is why I said that. But overall, decent show. If I would give the show anything, I'd probably give it a B plus. The matches were pretty dope. Storylines were pretty good. There was a lot of talking through this show, though. It was seeing a lot of talking. But what do you guys think? Let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out. I'm out now.